You obviously got the next question, buddy. What's up? Is it what? What about it? Is my favorite movie Star Trek? My favorite movie is Star Trek. Am I choosing the people or are you guys choosing? Alright, this guy's chosen this gal, so we'll go over here.
So your acting work is really inspirational, and for someone who's wanting to come out into the acting industry, what would be your one big tip?
Good luck. My one big tip would be specific about what you want and never back off. You know, like it's such a long road, really. I mean, I lived in LA and worked as an actor for 8 years before I got Heroes. And there were many times in that 8 years that I thought, like, well, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do this anymore. And then sticking with it is really the biggest part of it, I think. You know, perseverance in this field is something that can never be underestimated. And the interesting thing is it never gets easier, you know? You think like, oh, I remember thinking like, oh, all I need is one big job, or all I need is to be, you know, to be successful or get that gig. And then I got it, you know? And then it still didn't get that much easier. It's like, it's a very interesting thing that, you know, you always have to have a strong sense of self, separate from your work, I think, and never really give up on what you want to accomplish. And then you'll definitely get, you know, more likely to accomplish it. Thank you, good luck. I meant that part. I don't know. Yeah. Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Do you have any confirmation about Heroes being renewed? And even if you don't, would you reprise your role as Siler if you were asked?
You guys, I love how enthusiastic you are. I'm not sure I went off the air like 6 years ago. No, I really do love how enthusiastic people are about Heroes, and I've been asked this question a lot because I think there was some kind of news rumor that there was maybe going to be a resurgence of the series on like Xbox or something. I remember. I don't Netflix. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I haven't spoken to Tim Crane in quite some time, but my instinct is it won't happen. I mean, all of us have moved on to other things, and you know, are really busy. And if it did happen, I think it would happen with a different cast, you know, different characters. I don't think that I would ever go back to that myself personally. I had an incredible time. It defined so much of my journey as an actor from that point forward, and I'm so grateful to it. I had the best time working on that show. I love that character. I love the people that I got to work with. But it's that kind of feeling of like, you know, it's a chapter that is closed a little bit, you know, and that I've moved on to other stuff, and I'm hungry to continue to do that. So my instinct is it's probably not going to happen, but you know, don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure. I'm not the one to decide. Yeah, thank you. Let's go to this side of the room now. Who's over here that wants to talk about things in the world? This guy right here with his hand up. I don't think that would be, I think I would be like attacked if I turned up in the Star Wars franchise. No, I don't think so. I was just with him for an extended period of time in Japan. I imagine if he had any inklings toward that, he would have probably floated it out. And I don't think that I could do it. I really don't, actually. I don't think I would do it. And I don't think that he would be interested in sort of cross-pollinating in that way. Because we're going to be shooting our third movie probably. Also, don't quote me on this. But sometime next year, so I imagine there would be some overlay and I wouldn't be able to do both anyway, but no, I don't think so. Sure.
In all of your press junkets, most constantly, is there any topic, any questions that nobody's ever asked and you really wish they had?
No. I don't think so. I mean, People have pretty much asked everything, we're glad to have it. Let's go, sure, green shirt there in the back. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. You.
Okay, what are some of your core beliefs or key beliefs, like philosophy-wise or whatever, that have helped you through life?
Oh, well, there's a question. What are some of my core beliefs? My core philosophies that have helped me? Oh, wow. Well, I believe that, it's a tough one. I believe that's a tough one. I believe that you get back what you put out in the world. I'm a big believer in treating people with compassion and respect, and I believe that's the only way to treat people, actually, unless they treat you differently. I believe in striving for authenticity and really journeying within to understand myself and to accept myself on as many levels as possible. I truly believe that the universe will support you if you're specific about what you want. I believe in a spiritual interconnectivity that has been proven to me in my own experience time and time again, that the world just offers things that you are open to. So the more open you are to the world, the more that will present itself to you, I think. And I said it to the young lady who asked about, being an actor, like specificity in terms of what you want in your life, I believe will help yield it more. What else? I don't know, I believe in having fun. I believe in living as hard as I work, and not taking anything for granted, ever. Not one single experience or one single moment, or I try to stay as aware of how lucky I am all the time in every moment that I'm experiencing, because it could go like that for any of us. What else? I don't know. What do you believe?
Well, yeah, it's like. Okay, Mr. Spock, I believe. I believe pretty much what you do.
Awesome. How about that person waving their hand way over there in the hat? No, that person that just stood up. Yeah, you that just stood up. You, that, yeah. How do I feel about the lack of homosexual characters in the Star Trek universe? I'm more interested in the abundance of actual homosexual people in the world who are willing to stand up for who they are and what they believe in, and for living life that's true. Yes, absolutely, characters can reflect the social world that we live in. I believe that we will see that in the Star Trek universe, but honestly, I think the fight is more on the ground than in the fantasy and the fiction, and for me it's about visibility, it's about standing up, it's about taking responsibility for unifying our society and leveling a playing field so that everybody has the opportunity to live with their own integrity and their own happiness, and that's more important to me, actually, and that's the life that I try to live. But thanks for your question. What's up, girl? Sure. I want to play Sweeney Todd in the musical Sweeney Todd. Yeah, that's something I've always wanted to do, because Sweeney Todd was the first. It was the first time in the theater when I was a kid. I saw Sweeney Todd when I was about 11 years old, and it leveled me. I was absolutely so terrified, so inspired, I thought it was such an epic, beautiful story, and I didn't have any idea what I was getting into when I went to see it. So I've always had a special place for that musical, and so one day, who else? How about the people waiting frantically?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Wait. Yeah, I was wondering. I have a two-part question.
Okay.
Part one.
Part one.
Do you actually get your eyebrows shaved for the movie? And part two, do you enjoy it? And do you like the way your eyebrows are?
Part one. Yeah, I really do get my eyebrows shaved for the movie. Not all the way off, which is probably worse. The fact that I keep like, a little sliver of eyebrow. And part two, I would say the eyebrow work is probably my least favorite part of the shooting process because it's tedious and painful and protracted because I have to do that for 6 months. And I look like a crazy person. All around when I'm doing the part, but I think it's an important part of the character, and the physical transformation is a huge point of access for me in the character. So I'm not mad. I'm kind of mad at it, but I'm not hating on it. I'm just mad at it. Is that somebody in the back, in the way back? Yeah, that person waving, and the other person's pointing at her.
Can I hug you?
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, come on if you want to.